Hello and welcome to another AIC video. So this video is really just a thank you to South Main Auto for help with my vehicle. Even though he didn't work on my car, I watched his video and I'm following his advice, and it seems to be very effective. So this is my '01 Chevy S10 Blazer, and I used to live in Phoenix, and I never used my heat in Phoenix after I bought this car because it was just too warm. I have since moved, and it is going to be snowing tomorrow. It's been in the low 40s the last couple of weeks. It is freezing cold, and I would like a car with heat. And this hasn't been driven at all for almost a month because it's just been too cold without heat. And I turned the heat on, and I just got nothing. And so I came out here, and the heater hoses, this is the inlet and this is the outlet pipe normally. I have them reversed right now because I'm back flushing. And the inlet pipe would be hot, and the outlet pipe was stone cold, which means I did not have coolant circulating through my heater core, or at least not enough to actually cause a temperature difference. And that was with the heat on full blast. Nothing was getting through. And so I've put off doing this for a little while because I just didn't know what to do or the best method for cleaning this out. So I watched a few different videos, and South Main Auto's video seemed to be the one that made the most sense for me and what I needed to do. And basically, you take a bucket, you fill it full of water, you put some chemicals in here. He suggested CLR. I didn't have that, so I used vinegar and a thing of radiator flush that I already had. I threw that in here, and I've been letting this go for about 3 hours now. The pipe for the inlet is a 3/4 inner diameter. Outlet is slightly smaller at 5/8 inner diameter pipe. I just got these at Home Depot a while ago. I've used them for other things, so they're just in my inventory bucket. $5 at Harbor Freight. And the pump I bought at Harbor Freight, it's this one down here. It wasn't very expensive. Oh, I want to say it was like $20, less than $25. This one I'm using. The recommendation I would make, because this pump is such low flow, put your bucket of water up high, because if it's trying to push up from the ground up into the vehicle, it's too much effort for the flow. You're not going to get much flow. But when I started, it literally was just trickling out, just barely moving any water. But now, after almost 3 hours of sitting here, letting it cycle through, every now and then I'd shake this hose, kind of get some turbulence down in there, and some chunks would flow through. We have quite a bit of debris sitting in this tube right here, not quite able to flow up and over. But what I'm going to do now here in a few moments is I'm going to be shutting this off, emptying out the bucket, putting some fresh water in here, and then running some clean water through before letting it drain one last time, and topping it off with coolant and seeing if we get heat. I'm assuming with this amount of flow, I'm not going to get a ton of heat, but it'll be better than what it was before, which, like I said, is literally like dripping out. It was so slow in the flow. But we should be much better with heat. So if you're looking to do this on your vehicle, this is really simple. The hardest part is the heater hoses were stuck on there. I had to cut them. I have enough length in them that I can put them back on, but I would definitely consider, like my other my truck, it has other issues right now. My Mazda, the heater hoses are not long enough to do that. So this one, the heater hoses are long enough for me to cut them and then put them back on, but I'd only be able to do that this one time. If I had to do it again in the future, I'd have to get new heater hoses for sure. Just as a note. So if you're thinking of doing this, consider having heater hoses, replacement heater hoses ready to go, just because, you might need them. So I'm still getting some crap coming through. Unfortunately, it's already 40 degrees outside. It's really cold. Like I said, it's supposed to start snowing here in the next 3-4 hours. So I got to button this up before I'm afraid that the water will freeze in here. So I got to get it cycled through, get the coolant in here, antifreeze in here. So anyways, again, thank you, South Main, for having this suggestion for somebody like me who's pretty incompetent, and going from there, and hopefully having some heat back in this car so we'll actually drive it in the winter. So it's four-wheel drive. It's got a really nice four-wheel drive system, all that jazz. It just has been too cold to use.